Hey everybody, Tom here. It's mostly sunny and finally warm mid-June Saturday morning here in Colorado. It doesn't get much better than that for getting outside and doing something active. But 5,000 miles to the east of here, we're a few hours into the 2019 24-hour of Le Mans endurance race. It's always a challenging race for the teams, for the drivers, and even the fans, because as a fan you have to decide how much of the 24 hours you actually want to watch. This year though, I thought I'd do something a little different and do some driving myself. Picked up a racing simulator a few months ago. So I have a steering wheel, a seat, and I have Project Cars 2, which happens to have the full Circuit de la Sarthe, where the 24-hour of Le Mans race is held. And the cool thing about the game as well is it has real-time environment changes, so it does get dark. There's, the sun does set and things like that. I'm a huge Fernando Alonso fan as well, so obviously I'll be checking in on the actual race as I do my own driving. So during the race, each team's car will typically have 3 drivers. So over the course of the 24 hours, each driver is doing about 8 hours of actual driving, usually split into different shifts. They'll typically do like 4 2-hour shifts or something like that. So that's what I'll be doing. I won't actually be playing through the night 24 hours straight. I'm just going to try to get 8 hours of actual drive time in over the next 24 hours here. So the setup I'll be using is a Playseat Challenge and a Thrustmaster TSXW Sparco Edition racing wheel. So one of the best things about this setup is that it does fold up, so you can put it away in like a closet, for example. A lot of racing simulators are more permanent fixtures where you kind of have to have a whole room dedicated to it. This thing you fold right up like a lawn chair almost and put it away and don't have to think about it. So it's nice, because obviously having a whole room dedicated to a racing simulator is not going to be the most popular thing with the lady. The Playseat Challenge is extremely easy to both set up and take down, and it has a very good racing position. So you really don't have to spend the big bucks on a more permanent racing seat. My recommendation would be to spend more on the racing wheel. Get a racing wheel that has good force feedback. Even if you really love race cars and you love the feeling of driving fast, which racing simulation can provide, the fact is, it's still kind of a video game, and to spend more than a few hours a week on it is fairly unrealistic if you're remotely busy and kind of have a normal life with a day job and things like that. Alrighty, it's just before 3 p.m. here, so it's time to go get in the race seat, get comfy, and start the race. I'm feeling fresh, feeling excited, so this first stint from 3 to 5 p.m. really should be the best one of the 4 I'll be doing over the next day here. I'll show you guys real quick getting in the Playseat Challenge. It's fairly simple. The right side is a handle, and the left side is a hinge that you kind of swing open, and that allows you to basically step into it. Going from the standing up position, there is kind of a point of no return where you just kind of fall back into it. So it's a bit awkward, I would say, especially the first time. But once you're in it, this thing's comfortable, like I said. So yeah, it's time to get the gloves on and adjust the steering wheel and start the race. Let's see how it goes. Here we go. It's a rolling start. We're on the formation lap now, and you can feel the intensity rising. I have to admit I'm a little nervous, even though this is a video game. All right, here we go. Race start. manage the lead for now. We'll see how it goes this first lap. Try to avoid any carnage. Alright, coming around for the first lap here. So far I've managed to avoid carnage for the most part. Might be the golden rule of endurance racing to not get in trouble in the first few laps, because you do have to race for another 24 hours. So obviously it's ridiculous to throw the entire race away in the first few laps making some desperate move. I can't say I'm a huge fan of the Circuit de la Sarthe. The straightaways are a bit too long, especially when you're not in a real car and you don't have that true sensation of speed. The circuit is very long as well, so it's very hard to remember. You have to run a lot of laps around here before you can start to get the hang of it. It's nearing 5 o'clock, time to head into the pits. My shift has come to an end. As you can see, the shadows have gotten much longer. That's one cool thing about this game. It is real time, the sun does set. So just like that, the first session is over. I have to admit, the Playseat challenge maybe isn't quite as comfortable as I was saying earlier. After 2 hours, I'm feeling ready to stand up. So yeah, time to go get some dinner now and take a little break, and then we'll come back around 9 o'clock. And that one should be a little more challenging, but the last two are really where the challenge comes in early in the morning. So we'll check back in with you guys later. All right, just after 9 here, and I had my dinner, went outside, helped with some yard work. Now it's time to get back to it. Alrighty, back to it. I don't really mind being back in the car too much here. You know, I'm actually feeling better than ever. I have a full session under my belt. I'm still relatively fresh. You know, I think these last two sessions that I do in the early morning and late morning later on will be tougher. I think this might be the funnest I have throughout these entire 8 hours of driving. So unfortunately, I'm only a few laps into the second session here, and I really need to go to the bathroom. So I'm going to do a quick pit stop, and hopefully I can time it right and not delay myself any further here. We'll see how it goes. Pit entrance here. And it's go time. Baby. All right, coming up on some GT cars, it's always interesting to try to maneuver around them, especially when they're packed together in a group. Looks like we have quite a significant group here. It's just after 11 here, and finished the second session. Like I said, that one was probably the funnest one of the four if I had to put money on it, just because I was warmed up, feeling the groove in the track, and still fairly fresh, but it feels late. It's bedtime, so time to hit the showers, and now it's off to the two tough sessions. We'll see you at 3 a.m. Not looking forward to it.
I don't wanna. I love race cars. I love race cars so much. But this is not cool. I don't wanna get up. Alright, here we go. 2 hours of this. Have to keep the engine volume down so I don't wake the neighbors, obviously. I've already turned one of my best laps, so I am getting into the rhythm of the night, I guess, even though I'm still very tired, very difficult to wake up.
Alright, just finished up the third shift. It's just after 5 a.m. here locally. I rarely get the chance to casually go for a stroll and check out the sunrise. So since I'm up and dressed, I thought I'd come out here, get some fresh air, and check it out. I have to admit I'm feeling quite tired and a little dizzy even, sitting there in the race seat trying to drive. So I need some sleep, and I do have a shot at about 2 hours of sleep before my next shift here that comes around 9 a.m. and will go to 11 a.m. and that'll be my final 2 hours of driving. I also just checked in with the real 24-hour of Le Mans, and it looks like Toyota will get a 1-2 victory. Unfortunately, my guy Alonso probably will not repeat victory this year and will come in second. It looks like the number 7 car will get the win and the number 8 car will get second. But still, a sensational drive and tremendous victory for Toyota. Like I said, I don't know if things are going as well on my end because I am feeling quite tired, but hopefully I can get some sleep, and the fourth and final shift for me will be a little better. So I'll check in with you guys then. Peace. I think I need to get back to bed as soon as possible. It's become an emergency now. I'm very exhausted. So I'm headed back. Alright, back at it. I have to admit I'm as tired as ever. Car racing requires so much focus. You have to be so precise. You can't miss your marks by even a fraction of a second. So for now, I'm awake, but I have a feeling I'll be recovering from the lack of sleep for the next few days here. You know, the teams and drivers in the real Le Mans event, they often talk about how little sleep you get because there's just not enough time to actually go to sleep, get to bed, and really get some true rest, because by the time you do, it's time to wake up again and get back in the car. I do have some extra adrenaline flowing as well as an Alonso fan in the actual 24-hour Le Mans event that just finished up actually. The number 7 Toyota that was leading most of the race in the final hour suffered issues from punctures, tire punctures, and it ended up handing over the lead to Alonso's number 8 car, and they ended up winning the race. It's about time Alonso have some luck go his way. It might be the first time since 2006 Suzuka, when Michael Schumacher's Ferrari blew up and handed Alonso the victory and eventually the 2006 World Championship. Because he's had some really bad luck for the last decade or so. So finally he gets a major event kind of handed to him. All right, just finished up, and after 8 hours, I put this puppy dog away because I am done for a while. Hope you guys enjoyed this little stay-at-home adventure, and if you did, even just a little bit, don't forget to like and subscribe. You know I'd appreciate it, especially coming from you. Okay, all right, that wasn't creepy at all. Take care, and thanks for watching.